Hey, what's up, you 200% here, and this 100% me to you and Gab. And I'm here because I'm excited about a little quick update. This is a quick update. I normally wait for a lot more things to come on before I make an update, but something that I have to show you at the end that I'm a little bit excited about. And it's kind of hilarious in a way. That's why I'm smiling right now. But I'm going to get straight into it. They got a new Fire King Avatar Ganesha. I'm sorry if I already read this, but that's crazy how actual spirit, well, it's coming out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Indian people believe in them. Not just Indian people. I take that back. Is I think is an Indian god or deity or something. I don't know Ganesha, but uh, even in one of those like candles that you buy, it says it that it's like an Indian god or something like that. I don't know, but not just them believing that. Other people could believe in that too. It don't gotta be just Indians. But anyways, it's just funny because that's his name. That's the Japanese. I know they're gonna change that in English. Oh no, they left it like that. Wow. Okay, level 4, Fire Beast Warrior type effect monster. Attack 1800, defense 200. You can only use the first effect and second effects with this card's name once per turn each. Effect 1. When a monster effect is activated, if you control this card, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you do destroy one fire monster in your hand or that you control other than this card. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one fire beast, warrior, winged beast. Or you could target one fire beast, beast warrior, winged beast monster in your graveyard, other than Fire King Avatar and each special summon it, but it has its effects negated if any. Also destroyed during the end phase. Alright, so it's kind of useful. If I read this like I said, guys, I apologize, but let me get straight into it. Link 3, Earth Warrior type Link effect monster. His name is Goki Thunder Ogre. Attack 2200. The link arrows are top, bottom left, bottom right. Link materials, 2 Goki monsters. Effect 1, apply the following effect to the turn player. During your main phase 1, oh no, during your main phase, you can normal summon one monster at this card's link point. In addition to your normal summon set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. If a monster at this card's link point is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can have this card gain 400 attack. I read these. I think I read these. I probably read these and didn't make a video of them, or I probably did make a video of them as well. Anyways, on to the new. There's a new Union card. I had to make a video about this because we haven't gotten Unions in a long time, and it's a Dark Dragon Union effect, level 3, 1500 attack, sorry, 0 defense. His name is Conjoined Bird Renin. Oh, that's Conjoined Bird Ren. Okay. Effect 1. Once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Target one face a monster you control. Equip this card to that target. The Union stuff. Unequip this card and spell summon it. That's straight Union. Yeah. If a monster equipped with this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. 2. There's effect 2. The original attack of a monster equipped with this card becomes 1,000. Also, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. I mean, there's those Union cards that they have like 0 attack. I think it's Aitsu. It's like the red guy, the yellow guy, and the blue guy. I think it's a combo with them that you could do with this card. Or there's somebody else that you could do a combo with. Make his attack 1,000. Because there's one the only thing I can think about is that card and like I'm equipping it with, I think it's Clearwater or something else. When the monster attack is 1,000, because there's a unit monster that's 0 attack, and I think he inflicts double the damage after he inflicts or something like that. I forgot. But you can make his attack 1,000. Then this equip card that you equip, that if this card's attack is 1,000, when it attacks, it becomes 3,000. So I think it's for that. It works well with unions. I used to do it back in the day. I forgot the name of the cards, but when I get the names, uh, I'll tell you guys about it. My fault. I was looking at this link right here because I don't know what's this myself. Oh, that's this. Yeah, the last new card. Oh yeah, I got something to say about this. So people been talking about the word monsters and then the new fusion monsters. There's something about it that it could just be any Roid cards. Basically, Roid works with Speed Roids as well because of the new cards that it came out with. And they're making some really good decks. You can check out online. You can check out Asian Eyes channel and other people's channel. They showed like the new Roids in action, and they're pretty good. And then this card came out. There's a trap counter. Check this out. You can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. But look, effect 1: when a monster effect or a spell or trap card is activated, if you control a Roid Fusion monster, negate that activation. And if you do, the player that activated this card sends all cards with the same name as that card from their deck and extra deck to the graveyard. That's crazy. It's like they got their own Infinity Barrier, but this is actually better than Infinity Barrier because it's pretty much a card of destruction in a way. And then effect two, you can banish this card from the graveyard and target one warrior monster in your graveyard added to your hand. That's OD. It's still useful even after it goes to the graveyard. This is a card that people have forgotten about that I don't know. I mean, nobody has spoken about it. Ever since that new Roid Fusion Monster came out, nobody has spoken about it. I understand because Roids, they're garbage, but I think it skipped their mind or I don't know. But they have good draw speed. So there's this card called Supercharged. And look at the effect. When your opponent declares an attack while the only monsters you control are machine type Roid monsters, draw two cards. I think this card might work with Speedwood, but I did ran a Roid deck back in the days, not in real life. In the game, it was Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller. I think this card was in it. It was one of those games. And this card right here is broken with Reckless Greed because if you have three of these set downs and you activate all three of them, just six cards you draw. It's not bad. It's only when your opponent declares an attack while the only monsters you control are machine type Roid monsters. Once he declares an attack, it's not even like that. They have to get targeted or something like that. Two cards instantly. So supercharge. I'm not saying this is gonna make Roid OP, but check it out. Look at the card. I don't know. Look how that shit looks like. Anyways, it's funny. I mean, they're not. You can't laugh at Roids, man. You could still use Power Bond with them and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And shoot a sword or Ojama Country, Ojama Country automatically is a shield and sword. That's what I'm saying. People was using shield and sword with the new card, the new fusion card, and I'm just like, yo, that's slow. Terraforming this bitch and play this card, and everything is a shield and sword. That's what it does. Look. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's only for Ojama cards. While you control a face of Ojama monsters, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. Oh wait, I'm right. While you control a face of Ojama monsters, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. So that's. I mean, I just think it's easier. It's slow to like draw into fucking shield and sword. You know what I'm saying? And then Ojama, the good thing about the Ojama is that um they work with fusion monsters too, and they take the monster zones, and that's gonna be important now because the link card, once you kill somebody's monster zone, it's gonna be pretty bad for them. Cards like Narrow Pass and there's another card, uh, Ground Collapse. Narrow Pass is good. Ground Collapse, and then the Desert card is an old school card. There's one with a camel that if you have four more cards in your field, you got to pop one randomly at the end of each of your turn. So you roll a dice, I think it is, and then you count from left to right. So one, two, three, four, and whatever you roll the dice, whatever number lands on, it's like Needle Wall. It's like Needle Wall, but it's just a different version. Not Needle Ceiling, Needle Wall. Needle Wall is different. But matter of fact, let's check these out right now because this video is gonna be short anyway. Let's just make it a little bit longer. So this is Narrow Pass. This is an old school card. It's real old school. So Narrow Pass basically is this card can only be activated when both players have two monsters or less on their respective sides of the field. Both players can only normal summon up to two additional monsters on their sides of the field. So it basically means because I remember Narrow Pass and Ground Collapse was a combo. So Narrow Pass, he only can have up to two monsters on the field or less. That's it. And there's only both players can only normal summon up to two additional monsters on their side of the fields. So it's just you only have up to two monsters or less, and you only can normal summon up to two. Because there's some, I'm assuming let's say what's the name of that card? The the hermits? No, the Senjus. I think it's Senjus. Are they normal summon, normal summon, normal summon? You can't do that. With this, you have it has to be twice. It says both players can only normal summon up to two additional monsters on their sides of the field. That's it. And then this card can only be active when both players have two monsters or less on the respective sides of the field. So you basically only have two monsters on the field. So you activate this, hit them with now, hit them with ground collapse. We all know what ground collapse does, and it's over. And then needle, wall. I mean, people might not do this because it's like, but remember, link. The new link cards, it changed the mechanics. I think this is the one. Once returned during your standby phase, roll a six-sided die. Treat your opponent's monster card zone that's number 1 through 5, counting from your right, and destroy the monster that is in the same monster card zone as the result. If the result is 6, roll again. It's just because monster card zones is going to be important now. That's why I say this card is good. Like you're gonna have to choose where you want to put your monster card zones when the link mechanic comes out. And then I think it's called Desert something, not just Desert. I don't know the name of this card. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna see if it's Camel. Wink. No, that's Lakuda. No, we already know. We know what's that. Is it? Is it? Is it this? It's not this Lakuda. 300 Lakuda. Is it this Lakuda? No, it's not. It's a monster card, right? I don't know. I don't know what's that. But it has to do with having four monsters on the field in total. I forgot the name of it. On my next video, I will show that card. Let me not waste any more time on this. But but yeah, it was narrow pass, ground collapse, needle wall, and that trap card. I remember when you had all of those four face up, it was like game over. It was like game over because now you only have two. You only have two. Your two is taken away, and then you have needle wall. Because remember, you just can't normal summon with narrow path. They can still special summon. But with ground collapse, you have to control the two on the left, I think it was. Because high numbers are easier to roll with the dice. And then it was a crazy combo. But it was hard to do that. It was old school dude. But when I look up the other card, I'm gonna show you what I mean. But anyways, Ojama Country, with the new Roy Fusion off of Power Bond, 10,000 attack. That's what it I mean, that's what it should be. I think. No, because if you make his attack is 0, yeah, so it wouldn't work. But I don't know if Power Bond doubles attack and defense. I think it does. I don't know. But yeah, Ojama Country is way faster. Instead of going into that combo and then getting shield and sword, no. Terraforming, get that. Bring out an Ojama. That's easy. Ojama muscle, you can add all of them to your hand. It's easy. And it has a good effect. But anyways, this is the crazy part right here. They talking about they're gonna give perks in Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, there's only for dueling supposedly, but it could happen in in real life. So it says there's perks that you get before the duel even starts. It says what it said is you should choose one of the skills in the guide before you duel, either by agreeing to what skills to use or by rolling a dice to randomly choose. For Yami Yugi deck, the skill suggested are Power of Dark, Sorcery, Conduct, Destiny Draw. So this is how the perks work. They remember this for duelings, but they say this can happen in real life if it gets famous. It says for Power of Dark, they suggest placing Yami on the field before the duel begins or making note you have Yami. At making note you have Yami, so you're gonna tell them you have Yami. I guess that's what that means. But you could just play the fields before the duel starts. Pretty beast. For Sorcery Conduct, their recommendation is taking all of your spellcasting type monsters from your deck, place them face down for your opponent, and then let your opponent randomly choose one. So I guess that goes to your hand after that. Then it says for Destiny Draw, they basically state instead of conducting your normal draw, you add whichever card you want, but no to not let your opponent see. That's so beast. That's why I wanted to talk about this. This is like, yo, bro, this reminds me of Attack Force. Guys, I said, bro, but guys, I just got hyped. That's why I came out like that. You remember tag fools when you get the destiny draw in the middle of losing the duel? I think when half of your life points is taken away, you get to the destiny draw. You know what card I used to pick? Illusion Gate. Paid 90% of your life points. I could bring out anything, hand deck or graveyard. Ignoring some of the conditions. That was the obelisk coming to their face, no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. And the anime one was broken. The anime one was considered that special summon was summoned exactly how the text included for it to be summoned. So it was ignoring some of the conditions, but you basically summoned it the proper way. So beast. That means if I would have brought up Trishula with that, I get the effect still. That's crazy. So then this is the other one. This is for Kaiba. This suggests the following three skills. Peak for performance. For peak performance, it suggests the same thing as Power of Dark. So you, I don't know what field that will be. And it says for beatdown, it operates as normally. Operates as normally. They say that maybe you don't have to choose like anything. You just a regular duel. You could just pick that. All right, we're gonna have a regular duel, or we have one with perks. I guess that's what it is. But it says for beatdown, it operates as normally. So from what I know, what beatdown is, a beatdown deck is like cards with strong attacks. So do I get a hidden? Like you imagine if that's what it is, do I get a hidden before the duel starts? That's crazy. We agree to hitting each other with the strongest card we have in our hand that we drew. Yo, you that'd be crazy. We deduct that right away. If I draw to something that's 3,000, you're taking 3,000. But if my opponent draws something 4,000, I'm taking 4,000. Maybe I don't know. And then it says for heavy starter, this is just doing the same thing as Sorcery Conduct, but before the duel starts. But before the duel starts, and the chosen card forms your beginning hand. But before the duel starts, so you could draw into six. That's beast. Because this is before the duel starts. I didn't think that Sorcery Conduct was in the middle of the duel. I mean, I don't know how these perks works. The ones that is in the middle of the duel. Because I know Destiny Draw. If this was to come out real life, you're only gonna get that once, and probably when your life is halfway already. You're not gonna be doing Sorcery Conduct every one of your turns. You crazy as a free search, even if it is random. That shit will be beast. You crazy. Chosen cards from your forms, your beginning hand, yeah, because it's five and then the six, right? And the chosen cards from your beginning hands. Okay. All right. For more generalized skills, they suggest restart, LP boost A, draw sense, spell and trap. All right. Restart is obviously just more or less mulligan in your hand. Give everything back, -1. So you five cards in your hand, give everything back. Draw instead of five, you draw four. If you have six, give everything back. Draw instead of six, you have five now. No need for life point boost. I don't know what the fuck this shit means. People were talking about this. No need for life points boost. I don't know. That's crazy. If things that maybe that's an agreement. Like, because remember, y'all gotta agree. I think y'all pick your own perks. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know you pay cards. I know you pay. I mean, I know you pay life points to activate a card. There's no such thing as gaining life points when a card activates. Which, by the way, Konami, that would be a cool archetype. Instead of paying life points, you gain life points to activate this card. I mean, I don't know if that could even work because that would be changing the mechanics. I mean, I don't know, but it says no need for life points boost. I mean, you shouldn't care about that unless you're playing some type of heal burn or some shit. But whatever. For draw sense, it works just like heavy starter and sorcerer content. Play all your spell and traps. Play all your spells and traps in your deck. Face down and let your opponents choose them. That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, it says in the bottom, these aren't for official tournament play. If they were and skills were being added to the physical card game, Konami will be making a huge official deal about it, along with Shueisha with weeks, if not months of build up and fanfare. But still, with what's available, I hope this leads to people enjoying themselves if they have a casual game. I hope that was YouTube friendly. I just read that shit. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think Konami really gives a shit about what we have to say. I mean, no offense. I'm talking about like, them niggas is professional. Let them handle this shit. Only thing I had to say for Konami was just like what I said in my last few videos before this. If you're gonna do erratas, get everything off the ban list, and more decks will be able to play. It will make some type of money right then and there. Not a lot, but just get rid of the ban list for all that. Not right away, hype it, and then because seriously, Stratos need to come back. Like he should get an errata at least. Like make it make it that you only can use that effect once per duel. I think that's it. Like that's it. At least that once per duel. I think that there you go. Stratos heal. But there you have it, guys. The perks. The one that I like so far, I don't know what that means. The beatdown, that would be crazy. For beatdown, it operates as normally. Like I said, a beatdown, beat stick, back in the day slang in Yu-Gi-Oh! That man 19 hitters and 2,000 hitters. Or 21 hitters if possible. So it would just be hilarious if we could get a swing in to each other with our strongest cards in our hand before the duel starts. That would be crazy. And I like that one. I mean, Yami's not a good field spell. If they make it in real life and you could play any field spell from your deck before the duel starts, that'd be crazy. Not just Yami, because I'm not gonna really be using it. And then Destiny Draw will be like what mostly all players will pick, but most likely the rules will be in real life is that you're gonna use it when you have half of your life points. And I don't think it's gonna be half your life, but it's gonna be when you have two uh when you have a third of your life points now. Because remember now we're gonna start with 12,000 life points. So half of that will be 6,000. Using Destiny Draw with 6,000 life points, since now our starting life was gonna be 12,000. Using Destiny Draw with 6,000, they're not gonna let that rock. You're gonna have to have at least 3,000 and down to use Destiny Draw. Because you could just go into your combo so early. You know what I mean? That's still early to do it. 12,000 is great. Thank God they did that because 16,000 would have been way too much. They just put the life points on because of the OTKs, but 12,000 was great. It's great. 16,000 would have been way too much. Way too much life points. Way too much life points. I mean, there's still people that can pull off those OTKs, but you're not gonna get those all the time. And then when it comes to world tours, you know, when it comes to tournaments, that's not how it works in a tournament. That OTK shit, you're gonna get shut down quick. But anyways, there you have it, guys. 100% here, and I'm hyped about this purge. I hope they really do come out. That'll be a super 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 good look because the link cards is coming out, and the link cards change the mechanic of the game a lot when it comes to special summoning. Those deck that summons all that stuff, they good. I'll be seeing the videos that these guys. But when you look at this video closely, it's like they be having the perfect hand. You know what I mean? I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since the game came out. And I'm like, yo, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's possible, but you gotta have the right hand. And when you go first, you have 5 cards. You know what I mean? You gotta go second for that, which is good. You have 6 now, and you could attack. But it's like maybe before links. Before the links. I mean, they're not out yet, but they're about to be out soon. But maybe before the links, I like that's believable because it's like you still have like all the special summoning power. It's not like it gets limited like with the links where you only can have one out. But I've been seeing videos when people are testing the links and it's just like one link comes out and then they bring out all this other shit. And I'd be like, yo, dude, like like you must have a perfect hand for that. Your deck must be like literally not even stacked. Like you looked at it and put it together because this I'm telling you, this changed the game. This changed the game. Like this really changed the game. A lot of decks are going to be coming back. There's a lot of tricky decks that could really flow well with the link cards. So that being said, a lot of people are not gonna like it, but everybody doesn't like what Konami does at first until a little bit later. You know, even with the synchros, and everybody loves the shit out of synchros. But when the synchros first came out, y'all can't deny it. People were talking shit like, "Oh, this is corny," and then look, now they love synchros more than anything. It was super mad, most of them, when the Exceeds came out. But it's the same thing. Only thing is you don't need a tuner basically. Why y'all mad? I mean, the Exceeds are beasts. They know what they did when they created that shit. But and then Pendulum just overall like that. Pendulum said, if you didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh since it came out, and you don't like this, stop playing. But I guess that did something to the community because a lot of people left. A lot of people did not play pendulums, and I know a lot of them did not play pendulums. Them niggas, they was already like, okay, fuck Exceed, but then they just they just started to they started liking it, but not as much as how they liked the synchros and anything else before that. And there was just like it was just like they had to take it. You know what I mean? Like they took it. Like, but with pendulum they couldn't do it. They were like, nah. So I guess that's why link cards literally rip pendulums. They gave back the performer pal dude, but whatever. Like the mechanics still applies. I love the new mechanic with the link cards. I have no complaints. There's gonna be a lot of slick decks coming back. I honestly see Crystal Beast, I see Dragoonides, and I see Violence being unknown. Aside from the obvious decks like Kaiju's, the anti metas and all that. But it's gonna be crazy. So this will be a good fit. I really hope they do it. The perk cards, that'll be dope. That'll be dope. It will help with the stronghold that the link mechanics did to the game. It will really help. But of course, they're gonna even out those perk rules because you're not gonna get no Destin draw whenever you want and early. Definitely not. But yeah, guys, 100% here and this 100% with Team Gammon. I'm signing out, guys. Later.